What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I hope everybody's doing well today. Thank you so much for joining me. Today, we are back with another hilarious comedic video, man. Reacting to Rick Mercer talking to Americans. This is not our first time checking out this video, man. You know, this video is very long, but we done chopped it up. Please feel free to check out part 1 if you haven't already. Let's jump into this version right here. I guess let's call this part 2. This is the same video, except we didn't get to see the other half. We stopped. This is where we left off from last time. So let's go ahead and jump right into it, man. I'm really looking forward towards this. Everybody brace yourselves, because I know we are about to be dying of laughter. Oh, I'm telling you, man. Okay, so Princeton, Jersey. Here we go.
Mayor Al Lastman of Toronto has reinstated the Toronto polar bear hunt. We're telling people about that. We're showing them this petition, and we're asking them to read it.
To Mel Lastman, Mayor of Toronto, Canada.
We, the undersigned, are strongly opposed to your plan to reinstate the Toronto polar bear slaughter.
We find this to be naive and uneducated approach. We find this to be a naive and uneducated approach to what is clearly a serious environmental issue. I am doing recruitment stuff for Green Corps. It's a field school for environmental organizing.
I'd be happy to sign it.
Okay, that'd be great. Actually, did you hear that the Prime Minister, Tim Horton, just got a double-double?
I don't know what a double-double is.
That means he has support of both sides of the Congress in Canada.
Wow.
What are you studying?
Politics.
Oh, yeah?
I'm studying political economy here at Princeton, and congratulations to Prime Minister Horton on his double-double.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Best of luck.
No, they can't just be this clueless. He has to pay them before these interviews, right? And then roll the camera. This can't be possible.
You're a professor here at Princeton?
Yes, I am.
That's fantastic.
All right. To Mel Lastman, Mayor of Toronto, Canada. We, the undersigned, are strongly opposed to your plan to reinstate the Toronto polar bear slaughter.
We find this to be a naive and uneducated approach to what is clearly a serious environmental issue.
Thank you very much.
All right, you want me to sign?
Yes, please. So how long have you been a professor here at Princeton?
Since 1960.
Cali, man. Jersey was a letdown.
The campus at Berkeley. It all began here. The very name is synonymous with student revolution, free speech, and free thought. Students did not come here looking just for a piece of paper. They came here for one reason and one reason only: a higher education. Canada's new Prime Minister, Jean Chrétien, is one of the few black leaders in the G7. He's Canadian-African.
I believe that diversity is very important, especially in government. Finally, the industrialized nations are getting to a point where they can elect a minority, and it's nice that it's happening in our own hemisphere.
So you were happy to see him elected?
Yes, I was.
Canada just elected a new Prime Minister, and he happens to be of Chinese-Canadian descent. So his name is Jean Chrétien. Jean Chrétien?
I think it's great.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So you were happy to see when the recent G7 meeting, Jean Chrétien up there?
Sure.
I think it's a great progressive thing for Canada.
So speaking as a political science
You
student...
all like great progressive thing.
Great.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So you were happy to see when the recent G7 meeting, Jean Chrétien up there?
Sure.
I think it's a great progressive thing for Canada.
You all like great progressive thing for Canada. Jean Chrétien, you don't even know him. You don't even know the man. Yo, why you... yo. I stop believing people. That's why I be telling people, just stop believing things that people like say to you in public. We could all go out in public right now and lie about our lives, man. I can leave right now, go out in public and lie and tell somebody I'm a millionaire. My father's the mayor. I come from, a family that's rich and everything. Bro, I could just literally just say whatever, and somebody has no choice but to believe it or not. But that's all they know about me. He's like, yeah, I think it's a good thing for Canada. You ain't even know. You just talking.
Recent G7 meeting, Jean Chrétien up there?
Sure.
I think it's a great progressive thing for Canada.
So speaking as a political science student, I guess you're happy to see that Canada's Prime Minister is a Chinese-Canadian?
Yeah, I hope that America follows with that.
In Canada, we just built our longest suspension bridge. It's named after the Prime Minister, Peter Manns, so we call it the Peter Manns Bridge. Lately, it seems that every week a special interest group is crawling up on the top of Peter Manns Bridge and protesting. As a result, the government is thinking of making it illegal for anyone to go on top of the Peter Manns Bridge. What do you think? Do you think that we should make this illegal, or that's a legitimate form of protest?
Actually, protest is the matrix for change.
They do get a lot of attention. I mean, once, the first time a protester crawled up on the, Peter Mansbridge's head, it got a lot of attention.
Definitely. I would say that that's why they're doing it.
The government shouldn't be allowing people to get up on dangerous places like that, I would think.
So basically, if you happened to, if the world was a different place, you were born in Canada, and you were protesting, you could find yourself up on top of Peter Mansbridge?
I'm scared of heights. I'm not likely to go on the top of Peter Mansbridge.
We found it quite fascinating the way that you guys held an election, and there was confusion about who voted for who, especially here in the state of Florida. And we're wondering if there's any discussion of adapting a Canadian system, like a prop style of voting. So it's the pine cone bark system, and if you're voting for the guy who's in power, you put a pine cone in the box. And if you're voting for the guy who's not in power, you put a piece of birch bark in the box. And that way there's no confusion.
I don't know. I think it sounds better than what we were doing.
Would you like the birch bark pine cone system?
What are we doing? She can't even tell you.
You put a piece of birch bark in the box. And that way there's no confusion.
I don't know. I think it sounds better than what we were doing.
Would you like the birch bark pine cone system? I mean, it's simple.
If that's the easiest thing to do, why not?
Like all those pictures of people examining the vote to determine, well, you don't have to examine a pine cone and a birch bark.
I agree.
It might sound odd, but there's no confusion whatsoever who you're voting for.
I think it's got merit to that. We can do that here.
In 30 years of...
Hey, to the girl who thought she was slick, coming in, you want a photo bomb?
A pine cone and a birch
Get her in
bark.
the video next. See if she
It
married.
might sound odd,
Look, right here. Get them in the video.
but there's no confusion whatsoever who you're voting for.
I think it's got merit to that. We can do that here.
In 30 years of democracy, we haven't had a single recount.
Actually, it couldn't be any worse than Chads and Dimples and...
Yeah, there's none of that. There's no Chads, there's no Dimples, there's no punch cards.
Probably more ecologically sound.
I mean, the only problem we have in Canada is that after, like, say, 1,000 people have voted, that's very heavy. You get 150 pine cones, weighs a couple of kilometers.
I'm sure we can deal with that.
Canada is thinking about getting a navy because Canada are allies with the United States, and if the U.S. gets in any trouble, we'd like to have a navy and help out. But a lot of people in Canada now are saying this is a really stupid idea because Canada doesn't have any access to the ocean, so why the hell would we have a navy? What do you think?
Oh, I don't know.
Do you think we should have a navy, or do you think it makes no sense at all?
Well, it probably doesn't make a lot of sense. Do you think it makes sense? I don't know.
Well, no, I don't personally, but then I'm a journalist, so I'm supposed to be unbiased.
I would say no. I'd say no.
But do you think there's any point in Canada having a navy if we don't have any access to ocean?
I don't know. I really don't know. I'd stick to the air then if you don't have water.
We don't have harbors for a navy.
Oh. Well, that's a good point, but I think if you can do it, everybody needs a navy.
Right.
Because you never know. I mean, look what we're going through right now. Maybe you could build a harbor.
Or we would have to keep our Canadian Navy.
See, I'm a beast. I'm gonna follow up with the question. You know what we're doing right now? I'll be like, oh, like what? Maybe you want to project a little more on it? I'm gonna point you out.
You could build a harbor.
Or we would have to keep our Canadian Navy in a U.S. port.
That would be really very good. Good trade relations.
You don't need a navy. Just use the Americans. We'll help support you.
So do you think it's kind of a dumb idea for Canada to get a navy if we don't have access to the ocean?
No, I think they should still have a navy regardless.
But we'd have to park our ships in U.S. ports.
All right, we're all on the same side, aren't we?
Have you heard about the Genome Project?
Yes, I have.
Yeah. Now, in Canada, students in Canada academically have always tested lower than students in the United States. And like when I was a student, this is something that we were always told to be ashamed of, and we were always striving to do as well as our American counterparts. Now, because of this Genome Project, these scientists are saying that 80% of Canadians are technically developmentally delayed. So basically, in the old days, they'd say retarded. In the old days, now they say it's developmentally delayed. Now, the question is whether or not Canadians should be embarrassed about this, or whether Canadians should just embrace it and celebrate it as part of their culture.
I think it's something you should celebrate. Whatever you have is something that you should celebrate.
You are what you are, and everybody should be able to make themselves into something foreign.
You can always find the good side of something that is not quite up to par.
No, I think you should try to do something about it.
Right.
Try to improve would be the natural course.
So do you think that if this is the facts, though, do you think we should celebrate it?
Maybe it's the environment or from
For the just
where they come or
right. So it could just be the fact that we're Canadian and it's our environment makes us test as if we're slightly retarded.
Seems to say that it's not the genes.
Be happy with what you are.
Okay, thanks very much.
Congratulations on the success of Canada, a retarded people's history. Of Canada, a retarded...
He knew he was wrong. He knows he was wrong. Look at his face. He knows he was wrong.
Okay, thanks very much.
Congratulations on the success of Canada, a retarded people's history.
Is this a joke?
No.
It's not?
No.
Are you for real?
Yeah.
All right.
Really?
No.
Really?
2001.
This is a joke, isn't it?
I guess those are like...
The big news story this week is that Chief Gordon Lightfoot, Canada's native chief, is reasserting his people's treaty rights to hunt rhinoceros in northern Saskatchewan. The question is, should Canada honor its treaty with Chief Gordon Lightfoot? I mean, we did sign the treaty about 150 years ago.
Of course.
I just don't think you should abuse it,
right?
And put an animal to extinction.
Well, if it's a managed rhinoceros hunt, do you think it'd be okay?
Yeah, I wouldn't have a problem with that.
Well, if it's not going to deplete the herd, and if they're going to die and get stuck in streams like elk do out in Colorado, where I'm from, then kill them.
I still say no.
Yeah?
Uh-huh.
Save the rhinoceros?
Yes, they're cute.
As you know, in the States, they're going to bring back the dollar coin. Now, in Canada, we've had a dollar coin for about 7 years. About 2 years ago, we brought in a $2 coin, and now we're introducing a $5 coin. Our $1 coin is called the loonie. The $2 coin is called the toonie. Now we're about to introduce the $5 coin. It has a maple leaf on it and a wooden texture, so people have taken to calling this coin the Woody.
Congratulations, Canada, on getting your first Woody.
With the Union Jack, we're actually going to have our own flag now. Doing a story on the fact that Canadian government has decided to do away with the Union Jack. We're actually going to have our own flag now. We're pretty excited about that. And there's a couple of designs. One is kind of a hockey puck, a moose head, a flag with a fish, and another one is a maple leaf. What do you think?
I would say the hockey puck.
You go with a hockey puck?
Yeah, Canada and hockey.
Moose head.
The hockey puck.
I have to say the hockey puck.
I think the hockey puck might work, though.
Yeah?
Of course, the hockey puck. I mean, that's what y'all are known for, isn't it?
I mean, what's the first thing that comes to your mind when you hear about Canada? A hockey puck? What about like the invention of the insulin? Like, something that's more useful. I mean, not coming from a hockey players, but I mean, insulin or hockey? Come on, man. Like, give me a break. Give me a break.
Well, here we are on location at NAPTI. Now, this is where all the big TV companies come and they basically sell their TV shows and give away lots of food. If you look over here, you see a company called Cluster TV, and they got a full bar there, and the food is all free.
You're watching Jean Chrétien on Bumbling Through What?
Jean Chrétien, who is the mayor of Burlington, Ontario, is a big fan of Baywatch, and in fact has declared Baywatch Days again this year.
Thank you, Jean Chrétien, for declaring Baywatch Days.
You're watching Jean
Chrétien. So your show is called A Perfect 10?
We have a game show that's called Perfect 10. We also have a magazine and a video.
So you're a 10.
A 10.
What are you in metric?
You're watching Jean Chrétien on Channel 22, Bumbling Through My Feet. No, that's not it.
Jean Chrétien's Bumbling Adventures.
Well, it's your name.
Look at this boot. Percy Werner's boot. Just on the floor. We'll just take a look at it. Just look at the size of it. It's 2 stories. It shows lovely. It's got a balcony up there. It's got a balcony up there. Look at this. This is all a booth. This is look. Little boardrooms there where
I guess they would buy and sell their TV shows. I'd like a Heineken, it'd be great. Could the cameraman have a beer too? What do you think of Jean Chrétien? Now, all the Canadian producers of television and movies and stuff, they're all in this little tent city here. And each one has an identical little blue hut. You see that? So it's Canadian and kind of looks like public housing in the north or something. Can I get a moose head, please?
Pardon?
Can I get a moose head, please?
Yes, I will see if
I think she's going to see if there's a program called Moosehead. And the Canadian food spread is over here, and you can just
how you look at how you should just be like, we don't got nothing called Moosehead. I don't know what you talking about. Yes. You don't even it's all about confidence. If you just go up to somebody and you have confidence towards it, that goes to show like confidence is everything. Like it really is intimidation as well. And people will yeah. And now they're gonna run off to their manager. They asked for a Moosehead.
Imagine what that's going to be like. Nova Scotia smoked salmon, mussels from Newfoundland, pork from Ontario, Oka cheese perhaps from Quebec, fresh salmon from the West Coast. I can just imagine. And here we have it. It's there's lettuce. The mayor of Burlington in Canada, Jean Chrétien, has declared Springer Days.
Thank you, Jean Chrétien, for declaring Springer Days this summer, and maybe you'll declare Summer Days this spring.
Oh my gosh, Jerry. No, they got Jerry. I would like this right here. I'm about to put him as the thumbnail. Jerry about to be my...
It's great to talk to you. Okay, thanks very much. You do a great show.
Jerry is
declare Summer
Days.
Thank you, Jean Chrétien, for declaring...
Legendary. This is legendary right here.
Burlington in Canada, Jean Chrétien has declared Springer Days.
Thank you, Jean Chrétien, for declaring Springer Days this summer, and maybe you'll declare Summer Days this spring. It's great to talk to you.
Okay, thanks very much. You do a great show. We're big fans in Canada.
Horrible. That was horrible right there, but he does do a great show. An excellent show. I watched every single episode with my grandmother. Me and her used to sit and lay on the bed and just binge watch, man. I used to sit next to her. We used to eat some snacks and just binge watch all day. Jerry Springer. Jerry. Oh, I still got it in my head, man. Oh, Jerry Springer. It was another one too, but I forgot their names. Jerry Springer was lit. Jerry Springer's iconic, man.
Thank you.
This was embarrassing. This was embarrassing, man. If you guys enjoyed these hilarious clips of Rick Mercer talking to Americans, interviewing them about different topics that he got from who knows where, and they act like they know about it, but they really don't. Like, what's the point of lying and trying to fake acting like you're educated on a topic, but you're really not? Just be like, honestly, man, I'm not really too, aware on that, maybe educate me a little bit on it, rather than try, I think it'll be great, because you might end up in a video like this. I keep telling y'all, man. Please feel free to like, comment, subscribe, and turn all post notifications on. Feel free to flood my comment section, my suggestion link, and Instagram DMs with more of these hysterical, fabulous videos for us to react to. And please feel free to let me know if you would like a part 3 towards Rick Mercer interviewing Americans, man. I mean, we might be able to get a part 3 and a part 4 and a part 5 out of this video, because this video is really, really long, man. So please let me know in the comments down below. Feel free to follow my Twitch in the description as well. I really do not want any of you guys missing the live streams coming up soon, so please feel free to follow the Twitch and share it to your friends and family members. Everybody stay safe. Thank you so much for joining me once again, and I hope to catch you all in the next reaction video.